get track ready. I mean full send, track ready. Right now, I got all my parts for my axles and my true track system. I already had positive traction, but now I got an Eaton true track. And then going from smaller to bigger axles to minimize the risk of it actually coming apart on a full send. Got these 33 spline axles, got my 33 spline true track, so I can get both of these sides. Well, I already had posi, but both of these sides gonna be rolling. Got the 5/8 studs as well. Gonna get those on there, get everything together. Then you know what? I feel a whole lot better about the WhiteHorse going down the track. Full send. Take off the brakes, take off the hub, and then got to get down off in there and take off the axle cover and everything else. So, but got that off. Got a couple more things that got to come off before I can get these axles out. So, I'm gonna get that. Well, so yeah, I forgot something, and now I am racing over to Baytown to get it. So, thought I had all the parts, but I guess I didn't. Had to run over to Baytown. Powell Brothers had to come in and get these C-clip eliminators, so that way if anything do happen, it don't actually come off and start rolling down the track. So about to head back, get all this put on, and be up out. So I needed to get some things pressed, so I had to change the scenery, but got the C-clip eliminator. I'm now starting to put it together. You can see the studs right there. Short end is going to be facing to the back, and then got these screws that came with the kit that's going to be going on here. So these will be put on, you know, screw those on, and then torque them down to make sure they don't come loose, and in the end it's going to look like that. So basically got a full set on, gonna torque them down, and then studs will be on there on the axle, and be getting ready to put that C-clip on as well, or eliminator C-clip eliminator on as well. So about to get that done too. All right, so the time has come for the axles transfer, or well, I guess the true track, you know, system, where the gears and everything gonna go. All that's gonna go in. These old axles coming out, but you know, brakes gotta come off, rotors gotta come off, so everything can fit in there. Don't mind these brakes. That's another video coming soon. Gotta upgrade the brakes too. Definitely gonna do that. But as for right now, you can see everything has been pressed on. So the C-clip eliminator's been pressed on. Been pressed on there as well. Got a little press at the other garage, other crib, my brother's house. So pressed them on, and now wheels are off. Now I did run into an issue. These are just a little bit too big for the rims. You can see, trying to put them in there, I mean, it don't even go. So definitely wouldn't go on the studs. So gonna end up having to find a solution for that. But for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and get started and taking all these brakes and everything off, and then get the axles out, and then also swap that piece right there in the rear end. Get that true track going, so that for that 33 spline. So
we ain't been in here since some boys did this, huh?
mm-hmm. Alright, so just like that, axles are out. Kind of did a pretty eyeball length check. Get a good side of it. Length check looked pretty good, but you can see how much thicker this one is than that one. Now, I've been talking about the C-clip eliminator. This is the C-clip. C-clip goes on here. So basically, that's what's holding the axle in. The C-clip is holding the axle in. Could do it on both. C-clip eliminator holds it in down here. So, axle brakes is held together down here as opposed towards the inside. If it breaks anywhere from here on out, with the C-clip in is holding it in, then basically the rest of the axle is free to go away, and that's how you end up seeing, you know, stuff rolling down the track. Then also, if you look here, you see the difference in the studs. I think these might be some 3/8, maybe even some 5/16 versus 5/8. You can see how much bigger they are. So upgrading there. Bigger studs, thicker axle, 33 spline versus 28 spline. Hopefully that'll give us a whole lot more stability, sturdiness, and all that. This piece here, if I get up on it, I'm basically gonna cut it right there. So this needs to come clean off, so that way the C-clip eliminator can fit snug up there. Then, once again, not a lot of parts for a Crown Victoria. For some reason, this 8.8 rear end is different than a Mustang 8.8 rear end and other rear ends that basically come before it. So, the holes for the available C-clip eliminators do not line up, so I'm gonna have to get that done as well. Find a way to make sure that that fits on here and can be, you know, screwed down securely so that it doesn't come loose. So right now you can kind of see that it's there. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit more, but this piece used to be right here, and then there was also a bearing sitting right in there, which, you know, cutting through bearings is a lot. I basically had to cut through, grind it, cut through with the grinder, and then get this all down, and then, you know, end up cleaning it up a little bit. But did both sides, took quite a bit, but at the same time, needed to be done, so gotta do it. Backing plate is on, axle is in, and I mean, it's just mocked up. It's not all the way put in and all that kind of stuff, and I ain't got the brakes on, obviously, but still got to do some, you know, get these holes a little bit bigger so that I can get the 5/8 stud through this 9/16 hole. So got to do that, and on the wheels, got to make that a little bit bigger as well so that these studs will fit through the wheel. So got a whole lot to go, but oh my goodness, man. After so much time, finally got something on here to make me smile. You know what I mean? Got this thing rolling, they on there, and that's gonna be pretty sweet. I think I'm gonna really like that. So I'm gonna get back on it before I start to lose some daylight. Got both of the rotors drilled out for the big studs, 5/8 studs, so both rotors done. Go ahead and get to the wheels next. After that, I really think I'll be ready to bolt everything up, put the brakes back on, and see if it actually works. Alright, just so y'all know, don't forget to put in your gear oil. probably before you put your wheels back on, so you can kind of easily get up under it. As you can see, I'm pretty much right behind it, but get that gear oil in. But for a Ford 8.8, that's your plug right there. And you definitely need to pull out your trusty WD-40. As a matter of fact, I would almost suggest putting it on there when you start the process. That way, by the time you finish, you can go ahead and get this out. Use your breaker bar. You'll be able to get that out. And you know, mine felt like it was gonna break for a second, but it finally started coming. So finna get this oil in there. However we gonna do that, and then put these wheels on. Go be time to ride. As with a lot of things on the custom build, sometimes you just ain't gonna get it done. Even when it seems like you're this close, you're actually this far away. So you know, nothing made for one, big rims, or one, the Crown Victoria, two, big rims on a Crown Victoria, and three, a Crown Victoria with big rims trying to go fast. So the latest issue is the trying to put the rim on. Got the 5/8 studs on. They're on there, but the studs, actually, let me go around to the other one. So the studs are not threaded all the way down. So basically, when my rim hits the hub, you know, there is a little bit of space, but it's not this much space. So basically, I need a shim. You know, my lug nuts go on there, that's fine, but the shim is basically leaving all this empty space. So I need a shim like this to go on there, to kind of make up for this space here, so that I can put this on and lock it down. But going back to the big rim issue, now, whoa, the shims that I got don't fit inside my rim. So basically, I need some shims that are a little bit longer than these and not as thick as these, the thick wall, so that I can be able to put them in there and lock it down. So since it is nighttime, there's definitely nothing that I can do tonight. So I'm gonna have to call it a night, and then I'm gonna spend pretty much a lot of the day, a lot of tonight looking for something like this, and then a lot of tomorrow trying to find 10 of them. So hopefully I can get that done, because definitely trying to hit a show this weekend, see what it do. So after doing some searching, a couple of stores, I did find a shim that I think would work. It's a 1-inch diameter outside, 3/4 inside, which really I wish it was 11/16 is what I really wanted, but closest thing I could find, and it's 2 inches long. But what I have found out since I got back, you know, I need it to go in there, which it does. I want it to fit around the stud, which it does, but as deep as it goes, it doesn't give me enough thread. So what I did was took a measurement of how deep it is and then how many threads I have, and basically came up with about 1 inch. So I'm gonna cut these in half, since they're 2 inches long. Cut them in half, and then I should basically be able to have something that'll fit down in there and allow me to put on the lug nuts that I bought, and hopefully keep it all together. So I'm gonna cut up a couple of them, tighten up, you know, probably 3 of them, tighten them down to see if it works before I just destroy a bunch of them, and then go from there and see if that kind of gonna work for me for right now. I finished the car at like 4:30 in the morning on Friday night. I then drove it down the street probably about a half mile, drove it a half mile back, loaded it on the trailer, got a couple of hours of sleep, and then took it to a drag event in Ferris, Texas. After all that, I think it's safe to say that the axle swap was a success because it went down the track 5 times, no issues, no lockups, no noises, no knocks, no nothing. You will be getting video of the track footage because I actually did some pretty decent track runs there, and also got some just some useful information from running down the track a couple of times. So you will see that, but more pressingly at hand, now that the axle swap is done, you can see that I have the lug nuts on, which even if I didn't have the big lug nuts, because I did take one of them and cut it about halfway down to basically make it look like a regular lug nut, even on that one, the studs still stick out too far for the centerpiece and the inserts to go back on this rim. So in other words, this rim no longer suits what I need as far as looks and functionality, because I cannot put the studs that I have, they will not work. So I am also gonna have to look into getting some new rims. So be on the lookout for that. I may actually kind of narrow it down and then post a video about the different rims and see what y'all think. So new rim search, or if you want to donate something to your boy, nah, not really, but still, I'm definitely gonna have to get some new rims. So I'm gonna, have a little fun with it, see what I like, see what I don't like, see what'll work. Maybe I'll finally get the set of rims that the color anyway, rose gold. I kind of been on that color for a while, and I never did pull the trigger anytime I saw some. But now that I have to get some rims in order to kind of not look like I just don't care. So might be time to go that route, and with that comes some other stuff too. But we'll see about that. Maybe it's time. But until the next video, see y'all later.